Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we'll be discussing upon cracking software engineer interviews. I will be providing you an entire roadmap upon how to become a software engineer. So for those who don't know me, I am Sourav Bera. I am an ML and AI enthusiast and a recent cloud practitioner. I would be soon joining Microsoft as a cloud solution architect. And I am a community enthusiast. I love sharing my knowledge and experience with others. So let's begin. Let's first try to understand what are the basic components that we need to possess before appearing for an interview. So, first, the very important part of it is a resume or CV. I've already covered this part in a different video. Feel free to watch to move on to the I section and watch my video upon drafting a well curated resume. Next comes the computer fundamentals or the computer course subjects. Third, the very important part of an interview is the coding, which includes applying the knowledge of data structures and algorithms to solve some problem. Last but not the least is system design interviews. Now, how to prepare for computer fundamentals? Is this subject not being taught in our colleges? But is that the exact syllabus that is required for an interview? Do we need to prepare that much of the syllabus? The answer is no. For an interview, we need to prepare very specific upon the core subjects that are a part of our btech curriculum. So these includes subjects like operating system, oops concept, knowledge of database management systems, and computer networking. We'll discuss each of them bit by bit. First, coming to the operating system topics. The most widely and frequently asked questions over here are upon the scheduling algorithms. You can be asked upon any of these scheduling algorithms and you need to explain them. It can be a shortest job first, first come first serve scheduling algorithm. It can be shortest remaining time first. It can be longest remaining time first, round robin, priority scheduling, etc. You may be also asked to explain about processes and threads. You may be able to differentiate between the process and threads. Now, you may be also asked upon what are locking and data locks. You may be asked upon different scenarios or algorithms to solve a deadlock problem. It can be banker's algorithm, a consumer and producer problem. You may also be asked upon mutex and semaphores. If you want to prepare comprehensively on operating system, feel free to check out the ebook for the operating system principles by Galvin, which is a very well drafted and very renowned book for operating system. If you want to look for some online content, feel free to check out any of the playlists that is available online on YouTube. What I would personally recommend is using the watching the Gates Meshes playlist or Neswa Academy's playlist. Both are equally very good and have been proven to be beneficial for a lot of viewers. Post understanding these basic concepts, you must prepare well for the most or the frequently asked interview questions. You can find them in the ST course sheet provided by Striver, and you can find them easily on takeyouforward.org website. So each of the questions are widely asked in an interview, and you have the answer to them as well provided in the website, so you can prepare for them as well. Now coming to the OOPS concept. In OOPS concept, you will be this is very specific and very defined syllabus. So you can will be asked upon very basic topics like differentiate between objects and classes. Tell us about different inheritance, different types of inheritance, single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, etc. You may also be asked upon why hybrid inheritance is not possible in Java. You may be asked upon a polymorphism, different types of polymorphism like runtime polymorphism, compile time polymorphism. You may be also asked upon describing abstraction, encapsulation, etc. So for preparing for OOPS concept comprehensively, you can follow the ebook for head first object oriented analysis and design, which you can find easily on Orally website. Also, if you want to look for some online contents, you can easily feel free to check out any of the playlists or blogs that are available. What I would personally recommend is following the roadmap provided by Love Bubber for OOPS concept. This is very helpful for me in when I was preparing. A very important tip over here is do not forget to check out the OOPS interview, most widely asked OOPS interview question that you might find on interview bit or some other website. This actually helps you prepare and focus more upon the topics that are widely asked. Now, coming to the database management system. So for database management system, you will be asked upon different topics. A huge variety of wide questions are available, like normalization, the different levels of normalization, denormalization, what a transitive dependency. You can also be given a problem to solve and tell the normalization, the level of normalization that is required. You can be asked upon joins, outer join, natural join, equi join, which is very common in an interview. You might also be asked upon transactions, different kind of transactions that takes place in a database. You need a very important question which is widely asked in an interview is asset properties. You need to be able to explain the four asset properties. If you want to prepare comprehensively for a database management system, feel free to check out the ebook for the relational database by Orally. You can find it on online. And if you want to prepare for through any of the online content, so you can check out any of the playlists which is available on YouTube. You can follow the Gates meshes or the Nestle Academy's playlist, and even the Jenny's lectures playlist is also good for database management system. Make sure you once you're ready with the concepts, feel free to check out the SD course sheet for the most widely asked question in an interview. You can also find the answers to the questions over here itself. Now coming to the networking or the computer networking topic. So, for computer networking, you will be asked upon topics on real world questions. You might be asked upon real world questions. Like if you ping a web server using your browser, and how does a web server, how does a browser communicate to the web server? What is the entire process that takes place over here? And how does a web server reach back with the data to your web browser? You may be asked upon different models that are available for computer networking, like TCP/IP model, OSI model. You need to be able to explain difference between TCP/IP model and the UDP model. You may be asked upon different protocols like SMTP protocol, file transfer protocol, HTTPS protocol, HTTP protocol. You need to be able to differentiate between HTTP and HTTPS protocols. You also may be asked upon caching. You may be also asked upon how a content delivery system works. You may also be asked upon basic topics like basic networking tools and topics like what are nodes, what are links, what are IP addresses, what is the difference between IPv4 and IPv6 address, which is very important and very common question asked in interviews. If you want to prepare some with some online contents for computer networking, feel free to check out the available playlist on YouTube. The Gates Messes and Nestle Academy's playlist over here again stands out apart and very helpful for students preparing for the same. Make sure you also visit the SD course sheet before appearing for an interview for computer networking as well. Now, coming to the data structures and algorithms. So, for a coding interview or a coding round, before you appear for it, make sure you have a thorough understanding of a particular language. It can be any of the common languages that are widely used in the companies. It can be Java, C, Python, anything. It depends upon your choice. But make sure you have a knowledge of the related frameworks or libraries that are most widely used for the particular language. Giving an example, For C++, we have the standard library or the STL library that contains a whole lot of class defined types that are widely used for data structures and algorithms like list, vectors, set, map, etc. Similarly, for Java, we have the collection framework. Now, the entire preparation for an coding interview is not just for a month or two. It's not about preparing a particular given syllabus and just appearing for an interview. Rather, it's about practice. So I have divided the entire preparation phase into a four-part phase. First is the phase one, which mostly deals with learning the basic data structures and algorithms. So, for learning basic data structures, you can and algorithms, you can follow to the practice section of HackerRank and Hackereth, which are the very basic websites for learn for newbies and learners. So you can learn about different common data structures like linked list, arrays, strings, hash map, heap, priority queues, etc. Now, in the phase two, you need to learn about certain concepts which are crucial for solving a coding or a data structure algorithm based problems. So you need to know about the advanced data structures, the basic data structures, as well as the algorithms which are widely used in problems. These includes array operations and array algorithms, string operations, sliding window concept, which is very common in an interview, divide and conquer based algorithms, greedy algorithms. You need to have an understanding of recursion, backtracking, dynamic programming, and if you're willing to move or switch to computer programming, you need to have also understanding of advanced data structures and algorithms like trie, red black tree, understanding of the various aspects of dynamic programming, the top down and bottom up manner approach. So in the phase three, so you can dedicate nearly 3 weeks time or a 2 weeks time for phase one. For the phase two, you need to dedicate nearly a 1 month period. For the phase three, here you need to practice as much as you can. For the phase three, you have unlimited time to prepare. It's upon you to practice how much you can, and you can follow on the practice section in any of the website, that is Geeks or Geeks and Lead Code. Lead Code also organizes a weekly and bi-weekly contests for you to practice and get yourself timed up with the questions, which is a very important part of an interview. You can also follow the takeyouforward.org channel, specifically the SD sheet that is provided by Striver, in order to prepare each and every topic that is available in the phase two. So, the Take You Forward the SD sheet is very well curated and contains all of the covers all of the topics that are crucial for an interview. So you can easily follow those questions, and the comprehensive tutorials to each of the problems is provided in the YouTube channel, so you can easily follow up them. So a very crucial part of the phase 3 is taking notes. Think of a situation that I have practiced a problem maybe a month or two before, and I won't remember this currently, right? So taking notes actually helps me in two ways. First, it helps me keep a track of what topics I've already covered in order to make my preparation in a channelized and a directed form. Next, I can easily revise within a very short span of time if I tend to forget something. So, taking notes and revising regularly is a very important aspect of phase 3. Now, in the phase 4, you might think of switching to computer programming. Why? Now, if you're applying for an off campus role in any of the companies, these days computer programming are very common. If you're applying for any tech giants like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Media.net, Tar Research Capital, Trilogy has its own coding or hiring contest named Coordination. So these have a proper computer programming problem in the coding interviews. So you need to have a proper experience of computer programming as well. What is computer programming? Computer programming is nothing but an advanced form of the data structures and algorithms that uses the same data structures and algorithms, but has a story or a inlaid problem statement hidden within a given passage, and you need to figure out which data structures or algorithms should you use in order to solve that particular problem. So you need to have a proper prior experience of working of doing corporate programming. For this, you can follow any of the website Altcoder, CodeChef, Codeforces, which are equally good and host a lot of weekly and bi-weekly contests. Make sure you appear for these contests in order to prepare yourself corporate programming. Now, a lot of people ask me, and I do face the same problem. Post like even if I appear for hundreds of computer programming contests, I'm not able to solve a lot of I'm not able to solve problems up to a certain level. Now, the answer to that is solving or upsolving the editorials. Once you're giving a contest, keep a track of these questions that you're able to solve, the topics that you're not able to solve or you're not familiar with, which are actually required for the problem, or the problems that you're not able to solve simply. Post the contests over, try to upsolve them using the editorials available for the contest. So each of the platform provides editorials post the contest that you give, and you can easily upsolve them. This not only helps you to understand a new topic that you might not have studied earlier, but also helps you try understand how to approach a particular problem. A very crucial part of the entire data structures and algorithm phase preparation is practicing with your friends in a mock interview. So you can engage any of your friends or peers in a mock interview, maybe on some online platform like InterviewBit, TopMate, etc., to actually get a experience of how does a real interview work. And this will not only help you understand how does a real interview work, but also remove your anxiety and fear of facing a real interview. A very crucial hack and a tip that for an interview, for a coding interview, is making is not only solving the coding problem, but also making the interviewer understand what approach do you follow. When I'm approaching a problem in an interview, I must be very prompt enough so that the interview gets to know each and every step that I'm thinking in my mind in order to solve the problem, or how do I approach the problem. This not only helps both of us, the interviewer and the interviewee, keep ourselves in track, but also helps the interviewer and the interviewee both get aligned to the proper direction, or the correct path if the interview is going in the wrong direction. So this is the end to the coding interview phase, coding interview preparation. Now coming to the system design preparation. So many of you would ask me, Bhaiya, why do we require a system design interview preparation? Is it required for a fresher? The answer is yes. So if you're applying for any product-based tech giants, a system design interview is must. If you're a fresher, you'll be asked, most likely asked upon a high-level system design interview. If you're a experienced one, you might face a high-level design interview as well as a low-level design interview. So for high-level design interview, the first you need to understand the basic system architectures or the components of the basic system architectures. That includes load balancing systems, data partitioning systems, cap theorem, caching algorithms, web sockets, paging and filtering, content delivery systems, etc. Now, once you're familiarized with the basic components, try solving some basic questions on system design interview. You can easily follow the Gaurav Singh's YouTube channel for comprehensive understanding of system design concepts and architectures, as well as he provides real world solutions or architectures to common system design problems. Once you're done with it, try solving yourself actual system design questions. Try to solve different types of questions, at least 20 questions, so that you get an understanding of different types of how to approach a different type of system design problem and architect a solution to it. Now, coming to the low level design. For a low level system design interview, you need to have a proper an in-depth understanding of object oriented principles, the UML diagram, which is a very important part of a low level design interview, understanding of common system design patterns, system design architectures as well. But the most important, a low level design interview also involves coding of the basic architectures. So for that, you need to have a good coding, a good coding or a quality coding practice, which involves not only writing the basic architectures or not only drafting the basic architectures or algorithms in a given language, but also putting comments when and wherever required, proper indentation, as well as making the code maintainable and scalable, which is a very important part of a low level design interview. So you can follow any of the courses or online contents for a system design interview. You might find a lot of blogs upon system design. You may also follow the Udemy, which contains a lot of system design courses. For a comprehensive study of the system design patterns and components, you can follow the Head First Design Patterns by Orally. And the other book, which is very crucial for the low-level system design, is Design Patterns: Elements of Usable Object-Oriented Software. So with this, we are almost done with the system design preparation. Now, before we end the entire roadmap, we need to discuss some of the few important topics, the tips and tricks that are very crucial for your preparation. So be very consistent while you prepare. It's not about a month or a two that you will be preparing, but it might be a year or two that requires you to prepare for an interview and wholesomely appear for an interview. Second, keep giving mock interviews. You might engage your friends, your peers, or somebody experienced for a mock interview. You might use any of the platforms like InterviewBit, TopMate.io for giving mock interviews. Now, a very important part, focus upon quality, not the quantity. The number of questions solved really doesn't matter much. I've seen a lot of people in like LinkedIn posting that I have solved 500 questions, 1,000 questions of coding, but still they are not able to crack interviews. The question is, does that 500 number really cover all the topics that are required for an interview? If yes, then you are good to go. If no, you need to cover each and every topic in a detailed way and practice it along. A fourth and a very important topic is habit of taking notes. Notes not only help you keep a track of yourself and the way you are moving is channelized or not, but also help you revise regularly. Here, revision is a very crucial part of your preparation. Take 80% time. If you're taking 80% of time for learning new things, make sure that you devote at least 20% of your time for revision. Revision actually helps a lot when you are learning things in a long way. With this, we have come to the end of the Zero to Hero roadmap. If you believe in yourself, you're halfway there. Keep hustling to the finish the line. Thank you so much for watching the entire video and being with me. If you really find this content helpful, do like and share, subscribe the video, and also share it as much as possible. Thank you and have a great day.